like right in the same.
Want to make sure there are always hard choices.
Yeah, yeah.
Going back to what you're saying about Sebastian's lore, I really like how it feels like it's given to you in pieces throughout, and so he's kind of building trust with you as you get to choose at certain moments to put trust in him as well. So there's different dialogue options that you can decide to tell Seb about your mystical ability in ancient magic.
Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back.
Get to meet the Hogwarts caretaker right here.
Yeah, Lad Windmoon. He's kind of a
really interesting character. A really interesting guy.
So yeah, this man has an irrational fear that we're going to explore during the game.
Irrational? Those things are scary. Demi guys are terrifying.
Can't they like see into your future and stuff?
Oh, the future in general.
Which is terrifying.
They just carry that with them.
Yeah.
Like it's no big deal.
Yeah, so irrational.
It's a very different vibe than caretakers may know otherwise, right? I think that's a fascinating thing that we've done too, is really explored not leaning into kind of existing tropes.
I can hear myself, and that's
with
okay.
this time period that we were able to set the game, we could come in and be like, you know what? We don't. Our caretaker can be a completely different character, and we can give him this whole new personality, this whole new kind of story to explore.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, also lean into some of the familiar that
I should probably change this to like
about the game. That's what I love about
Hogwarts Legacy
people
waiting
like,
room.
Professors like Ronan or Sharp, and kind of the difference between them, and the fact that Ronan is a Slytherin, and everybody's like, that's the most jovial, happy-go-lucky Slytherin you've ever seen, except for maybe me. And we didn't go through houses. I realized that when we were doing introductions. So really quickly here.
Hufflepuff. I've said it before. I'll always say it.
Representing Slytherin as well. It seems like we outnumber them.
What? I guess so. Ravenclaw here.
Slytherin.
Hufflepuff.
Oh,
we don't. Oh no.
Tables are tearing.
All right, so we are in Hogsmeade. We're gonna kind of.
Weasley told me
This quest
things to get.
kind of forces you to go to certain locations, which allows you to explore Hogsmeade. But there are also some other locations to explore.
Yeah, I mean, we knew people were really excited to come to Hogsmeade. I feel like I'm talking over. Should I wait a second?
I just have to pop into a
Percent.
shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished.
So he was bringing up a bit of his backstory there with his sister. It comes to fruition in Seb's storyline later. And then for this mission, we knew a lot of people were really looking forward to Hogsmeade, and just like Hogwarts had its own dedicated map, we wanted to make sure that, that Hogwarts had its own dedicated map, and we wanted to make sure that Hogsmeade felt like its own special place with its own map as well. And so the real effort that we took on here was just trying to find ways for players to acquaint themselves to this environment, learn how to use the map to get around to different locations, and then have them pick up some supplies that would be coming in handy later on in school and in their progression as a player. And some of the things that they bump into, like here at Tomes and Scrolls,
This is one of my favorite moments.
is with Thomas Brown.
And sort of what I was saying before, like one of my favorite things is building out your wizard sort of build per se. And I think this is one of my one of the first
Thomas Brown.
one of the big choices I think you make on that is like what sort of recipes do you want to collect and when. And sort of intentionally the first few times that you come to Hogsmeade, we didn't really want you to have enough money to be able to purchase more. Like we wanted you to think about it, come back, and have sort of goals. But I find myself constantly once you sort of say like, oh, I save up a little bit and I go, oh, I can get myself a potting table, but then I come back and I go, oh, but the two potting tables so much stronger, and it's only a little bit more. So then I run away and save up some more, and then it's a great decision.
So this is one of the locations you have to go to for the quest, but again, there are other locations. I'm going to take a moment to plug the official Hogwarts Legacy game guide here, which does have, it's very nice. It's very artfully done, and I think it's worth having just not even as a game guide. There's lots of great art and images in here.
Yeah.
Just do I watch the game or do I read this? Do I just kind of kick back but we got like a whole Hogsmeade directory in here, so we can like decide where we want to go. We can throw it to chat too. Maybe chat can tell us if there's somewhere we want to visit. I know.
This is something I actually really wanted to say. Was sorry.
Howdy.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, just before we leave Tomes and Scrolls, I apologize. I found this to be like quite an interesting design problem when we were designing Hogsmeade, is because we had a list of shops that have existed, right? And we also had to balance that with the gameplay of it. And so Tomes and Scrolls is an interesting one because it usually sells books, I'm pretty sure, like notebooks and stuff like that. And so we thought about it, and it's like, what could... You haven't seen that before?
Maybe.
What can Tomes and Scrolls sell in our game, right? And we needed a place that would have these conjuration spellcrafts that you could go. And it kind of married each other in an interesting way where it's like, maybe we could change it to be that instead, right?
Yeah.
So in maybe the time period that we know, it sells books, but here it sells conjuration spellcrafts.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And I just want to throw out, if you're not seeing any progression on your Merlin Cloak drop on the Twitch drops, make sure to refresh to make sure you're seeing that progression. So yeah, that should help fix it. So yeah, there are a few other places we can visit, a few other places we have to visit, but a few other places we can visit. I know one of the places I definitely want to head is the barbershop, where you can change your look, get some new hair and everything. We didn't want to lock you in to one hairstyle the whole game, right?
I know in other streams we've talked about how the book kind of releases its pages and populates different environments with kind of different things to discover. And the same thing is true in Hogsmeade. So the book and its pages have made it all the way out into Hogsmeade as well. And so there's a lot of things to discover and find in addition to the shops and everything else. There's a lot of discoverables all throughout Hogsmeade and different puzzles around.
Are you okay?
So we'll wander in here and talk to Calliope Snelling, who will help us change our look.
I think this was a little bit your brainchild, wasn't it, Mackenzie?
Oh, we just wanted a place that you could change your look afterwards, right? If it turns out, like, I think one thing that I really liked was this concept that you could maybe progress your character as time goes on, right? So at first you're kind of like maybe this plucky little kid that's starting Hogwarts, but as the game goes on, you can change your hairstyle and how you look to kind of reflect your story.
Your power as a wizard.
Yes, exactly.
What's the most powerful haircut?
Can we add scars?
That's what I think.
Not, I say. What's the change? Some are going for that.
Don't remember.
Yeah, I love
You
her.
can, actually, yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't remember.
Customize
That
your
is what I
scars
thought.
here. What I think is brilliant is that things like this, they were always cared for in such a way and added to the game in such a way that it's all immersive to the world. Nothing feels like it's added just as a game mechanic. It's not sitting out here as a side thing where you go click something and like, oh yeah, you can change your look. It's like, no, we want you to be able to come in and there is this barber in Hogsmeade that will help change your look and you can change your hairstyle. And yeah, like I think like you said, as you're going through your year, right? When you started school, you generally didn't have the same look as the time when you were going on summer break by the end of the year. So,
Yeah, exactly.
We have to throw it out to the audiences. What's the best hairstyle?
oh yeah. What are we going for here? What
Most powerful is what.
Most powerful.
most powerful hairstyle? That's what
Is that your word today?
which is gonna give us the most experience. Give experience. Disclaimer: hairstyles do not give experience. I'll put that out there.
Yes. That's something we can easily patch in.
What are we feeling today for what we're about to encounter through the rest of Hogsmeade?
I'm interested in this one that looks exactly like Calliope's current hairstyle.
Take you in.
She's like, I have just the style for you. Let me.
Everyone walks out with Calliope's
That's all. What if that one's a little cheaper? You know, like we should put a little discount on that one. That's like,
I like this story. It's a good story.
Oh, I like the bulb. Is that a bulb? Not big on hairstyles.
Yeah, so we can change the color here, because why not? You know.
Oh yeah, gotta go colored.
Like that green.
Yeah, let's go back to that. Yeah, oh yeah.
Are we
Matches the
going to,
trimming right there.
Matches the
green?
trimming
Oh, that's
with the
good.
cloak.
That's good. It works with the cloak.
I like that a
That's
lot,
a really
yeah.
good style. All right, I think we're good. Do we give her a scar? Do we go?
You haven't had any encounters.
Yeah.
But maybe she wants to feel cool.
Okay, do it.
we don't know when our first encounter is gonna be. Wink, wink. We don't know if we'll encounter anything within
I have no
Hogsmeade
idea what you're
that-
winking about.
Video game character creators always made me feel like facial scars were going to be more common than they actually are.
like
I typically talk more, but
more
I don't know what's happening with all these characters.
I'm happy with
Someone
that.
decided to
Let's,
fall
let's
asleep.
take off and I'm digging it.
Yeah. You are undoubtedly the most stylish person in Hogwarts, and that's what I love is that you can just show up
Yeah.
with Seb and you're like, I'm in my Berlin cloak.
I love these little wig. Just
my God.
feels very Wizarding World.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's very cool.
Here's the styles you
I
could
think
have.
you're looking at it.
All right, you should go down to
Oh, that view.
Pippin's potion.
Basically, a
All
Hogwarts
very carefully
waiting room.
crafted, right? Of course, like you wanted that view from Hogsmeade to Hogwarts to kind of
got
the
it.
environment.
Yeah, it's really interesting. All the stuff you.
I gotta pause here for a second. Wizard sign twirler.
Yeah, I feel like whenever you're dealing with things like layouts and I don't know, there's so many things that you're juggling between what you read in the books, where things are positioned, and what could be true, and there's always decisions you have to make about kind of trade-offs and what you're going to prioritize.
It's my
But
first time
I
in
know
Hogsmeade,
having
actually.
that view of Hogwarts from Hogsmeade was something that we cared a lot about.
I know. I remember, like early on, Mackenzie, you like having to make a real space because it was like we'd always seen these places, but we never had to like make a what's the route from
Professor
Pippin's
Weasley sent me to
to
collect some
Tomes
recipes.
and Scrolls, or
I'm
like,
Yeah.
make the actual space, and that makes it actually like interesting to walk around.
It was also fascinating to watch the community as we would release trailers and different things, like try to start mapping out Hogsmeade, and then just seeing how close they were getting, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I see where you're connecting that, and you're connecting that. Oh, that's a little bit wrong, but it's like, but that was also kind of what we went through in development, right? As we're like crafting Hogsmeade ourselves, and you're building out this map for.
Now this community is incredible, and their eye for detail is incredible, and it's not always flattering. they occasionally they discover a few eggs that exist on our face, but really it's been such a labor of love, and to see them kind of absorb that and interact with it is just incredible. I mean, like watching people finally play the game now and be able to see all the love that was put into this and have that conversation with them has just been incredible. I really love it.
I remember seeing a map of Hogsmeade that a fan had made, and I was like, oh, did we release that? Like, oh, wow, no, they just pieced it together. So it's really cool.
You're going and picking
damn
up
it.
some of the potions you need for the classes coming up. But we also, again, just giving a little bit of a taste of the sort of potions you can and the spellcrafts that you can. Just going back to like when I have a little bit more money, I'm going to come back and try and pick which potions really interest me. I love it.
Another thing I really like about Hogsmeade and like the shopkeepers and everything is they're not just generic shopkeeper A, shopkeeper B. Like each one of them feels like a character, a person that is in this lived-in world, and you want to go talk to them. They're not just a resource for picking something up.
Yeah, they have quests. Some of them have side quests that you can do and like learn more about them, which is awesome.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds, Professor
A little
Weasley
side note
arranged
about the
for me
magic
to
needs
collect.
that I just think is very funny is that he has to run his shop outside because he's grown a tree so large in his home that he actually can't get into it anymore and run a shop in there.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one.
You can kind of see it if you look up. It's like coming out of the window.
That's just bad gardening.
We're incredible.
Incredible gardening. That is like the greatest achievement.
I also like the guy that grows plants has this really long beard. You know, he's just growing everything.
Yeah.
I suppose not.
In
I
addition
know,
to seeds, I have plenty of plants.
I know
Grow everything
they have
yourself.
names, but I always
My
think of
speciality is potion
Dogweed and Deathcap as the
ingredients.
scary
Even
plant
picnic
shop,
purchases from
and Timothy Teasdale's shop is the good, like the fun,
The happy
the happy
plant.
you
Let me
know,
guess. You're after something fresh.
That is a good way to
magic
think about it.
mead. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dogby and Deathcap
I do have a look
will
around.
wind up selling
Plenty of ingredients to pique
supplies
your
that you
interest,
need
I'd
for
wager.
your combat plan.
Yeah, some more aggressive plants.
And
This
for
guy will make sure you can heal.
Yes.
yeah, they're things used in your potions.
Potions.
That's another thing because I was saying this with Tomes and Scrolls, but like the magic neep in lore is like a grocery, right? And so it was like, how do we make it so that it can be used for our uses? Okay. It's fun problem to have.
Yeah, you guys did an awesome job.
Before we head to Ollivander's and get our wands, I mean, I think there's a few other places we can visit around Hogsmeade that aren't necessarily shops, but again are important to that immersion and that being in this world. They were important to fans of the lore, people who know the wizard. Pet the cat. Pet the cat. Pet the cat.
Can't miss the cat.
Okay.
Crisis averted.
So I think I want us to stop into Zonko's and Honeydukes.
Oh, nice.
And check those out as well, and then we can kind of talk through.
Oh, there's
Let's
a
get that
page there.
Revelio page.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's get it.
I just can't see
Right?
them and then not want to.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's so many good little tidbits about the different shops. Yeah.
I love that they're not just collectible. Again, they're integrated into the world, so you can learn more lore. So even people who may not know a lot about the Wizarding World and they're just playing this game, or even if you think you know a lot about the Wizarding World, you will learn things.
Yeah, we treat Ollivander here like, that's a family name, and there are different Ollivanders, and so yeah, there is a Ollivander's wand shop available for you, and
There is like historical evidence that he had a store and
Oh, page.
Oh.
Right outside Zonko. Sorry.
now Mackenzie wants all the pages.
All the pages.
You open Pandora's box.
That's the thing is, so when we talk about these shops that are so important to the Wizarding World, but at the same time they didn't entirely fit with how we wanted the systems to work. So Zonko's is a prime example. We wanted to fully flesh this out and have these interactions that you could come in here and kind of fulfill this fantasy of seeing Zonko's and these like such charming little interactions. And so we have field guide pages in here that you can collect lore that you can figure out as a way to say that we really wanted to include these spaces even if they don't fit into the core loops, right?
Yeah. There's absolutely reasons to check behind every single door and to go in, and it's not just eye candy, although there is quite a bit of eye candy.
Especially in Honeydukes.
Yeah, should be in Zonko.
I love this little nippler.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Oh,
It's the only word I have for this space, is just how ridiculous it is.
so cool.
I think there's another one. Well, I don't know if we want to give over. I think there's another one up here, isn't there, Mackenzie?
There is, yes.
Somewhere.
Right here. You cast Aurelia. Yes.
See it. She knows the game so well.
A Wizarding World classic right there, right?
Oh yeah.
The best worst thing about those ones is they look like cupcakes. Like they're just
Also, do we push the button?
Oh, you absolutely have to push the button.
Don't push
No,
the
you
button.
don't.
It's different push. Do we push the button?
I have never pushed the button.
You've
I'll
never
admit,
pushed
I've
the
never
button?
pushed the button.
You've never
I'm
pushed
trying to
the
do a
button.
100% don't push the button.
Achievement. Someone put in for this?
A 100%
Alright, I'm gonna push it.
push the button.
Shouldn't have pushed it.
shouldn't have pushed it.
God,
And the bewildering can of mystery, which we're gonna leave a mystery.
Oh, nice.
That's how mysterious the bewildering can of mystery is that we're just gonna leave it a mystery. All right, so I do want to head to Honeydew now as well. I can check my guide to Hogsmeade here too, see if there's anything else we want to.
I remember going back to laying this out early on. I remember I came in one day and you were reading something and it was like a town planning book. I remember being like, what? It's like, well, I got to better understand this for Hogsmeade. I was just so impressed with, the sort of level of detail you threw yourself into making this.
Well, even just the research that you got to do on these games. And I think it's funny because we're saying that we should create a secret Wizarding World trivia group. We could just go because we know so much about it at this point.
I love this guy.
He sort of creeps me out.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What is it?
lingerie.
I've never liked those. What is the famous one? The The one, the arcade.
She just-
They want to be big.
Tells you your future. Yeah. Yeah. Never liked something about not having legs.
This sounds like some Bart's
Oh,
candy.
and you're not even-
And I love the nods that, again, going into the Wizarding World lore and knowing all the little things about it, the nods that we give to all the different candies
Okay.
that
Yeah.
have even been like passively mentioned in a line somewhere.
This is almost done.
Yeah, those were the fizzing whizbees. Cause you to levitate when you eat them.
We can spin up some Doxyfloss
Hey.
here.
Hey, no, you're okay for now.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is just how I
You want-
wish, like at a fair, the cotton candy was made actually,
Hang out
right?
with
Like
your brother.
big.
Oh,
yeah. So for shop, like Mackenzie's saying,
No, I promise.
for shops where we didn't have clear ways to tie gameplay systems, we still wanted to make sure that for places fans really wanted to visit, they're just packed full of vibe. So
Absolutely.
I just love all the posters. It's very Art Nouveau.
yeah, and I think when
You want
I
another
was
sandwich?
doing some of the interviews with Boston, she was talking about the candy
there's an
wrappers,
extra
how
sandwich.
they were being attentive to the time
Huh?
period,
Yeah.
trying to make sure that they were paper wrapped.
You don't want another sandwich,
Just
even though
these-
we have one.
The level of detail, just getting the candy right. I just love how much love and attention went into.
There's a
It's
cat
for
back
mommy,
there.
but mine is a
There was also
Taylor.
a field guide page, but
No, we
it's
only
like-
have so much time for all of the cats. We see some owls flying around there. All right, I think the next thing we're going to do is
That's
go
fair.
visit Ollivander's. Before we head in here, though, I want to just recap where we're at. So we are here celebrating the early access launch day for Hogwarts Legacy.
Hey, everyone.
And we've got Mackenzie Toner, Stephen Dona, Alan Tu, myself, Chandler Wood, and Andrew Corum, all from Avalanche Software here, celebrating launch day.
Yes, having a live experience with
It's a
you.
big celebration, having a very live experience. Also want to let you know that you can continue to pre-order the game right now. And get all your pre-order bonuses, and
If someone pre-orders the deluxe edition now, they can start playing right away.
they can start playing right away.
Yeah, wow.
So get your deluxe edition, get your digital deluxe edition. You're in. PC will be in very shortly. The Steam release is happening shortly. But yeah, you can play now, or if you can't pick it up till tomorrow, pick it up tomorrow. You can still play tomorrow. It's not like locking you to launching today or anything. So
Chandler, our wand awaits.
our wand.
Stop talking!
Andrew's like inching towards the door, like I want my wand. I want my wand.
This, yeah.
We talked about like the. Oh, I think we're
I'll be
just
right
watching.
with
it.
you. Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for.
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
And if we had the account linking, this would all pre-populate with your wand that you have.
I'm ready. I'm linked.
What I like is even with choosing like your wand. Excuse me. Even with choosing your wand, you can still make it look like what you want it to. And I think that was a really important thing for like the identity. Making sure we're not locking you in, and you can also change those things about your wand.
Well, it's a lot of people have questions about it. So it, like, when you have your wand, like that's your wand, and we really wanted to make sure that we weren't sort of breaking that idea with lore, while still giving people some choices over the wand. So it's important to note that although right here you're essentially picking the shape of the wand and the core color of the wand, and that will always be true through the course of the game, you're earning wand handles over the course of the game that kind of accoutrement the look. And so over the course of the game, you'll keep finding interesting new ways to kind of tweak the look of the wand via the handle, and that can add a lot of personality. Like, I know I'll switch it up over the course of the game over and over and over again, trying to find the perfect color match, or like something that really kind of screams my character for that playthrough.
Yeah.
That still maintains that lore fantasy of your wand is your wand, but also allows for that further wand customization and for it to be kind of a fun gear item to really play around with.
Yeah, and really make it your own, and make it something that you're kind of exploring and discovering and finding, like, I don't know, just I enjoyed finding that perfect wand each time I played the game.
I was gonna say, I love that you said the color match, because I felt the exact same. It feels like my wand's my accessory almost, so when I change my outfit, I'm also like, I need to change my wand to match. It was a lot of fun.
Is this your wand, Andrew? Is this you making your
Yeah, it definitely is.
I'll do 9 3/4.
Oh, that's good.
What we, even just yesterday, Mackenzie and I were talking about
Quippy.
what this flexibility apparently.
Why am I talking what?
Do you want to
Yeah, and so I worry that I might get this wrong, but the flexibility, I believe, has something to do with how adaptable you are as a person, and that makes me so happy, because some of them it's like surprisingly supple, you know? What does that mean about my adaptability? That's really
fair. That's reasonable.
I'll be reasonable.
That's why you are.
I was feeling quippy.
All right, what are we going with here? Dragon heartstring, unicorn hair, phoenix feather.
Do you guys know what yours are?
I have a strong opinion.
Mine, dragon heartstring is absolutely the best.
Because it's power.
Powerful. Is that today's secret
It's
word?
absolutely the best.
All right.
Just which one resonates Avada Kedavra the most?
What do you think?
Not the phoenix feather.
It's our moment.
Good choice.
Extraordinary. Another wand, another
So
beginning
we
of a
really wanted to
bright and
imply now that
magical future.
you've got that wand. We wanted to imply something's awakening. You're kind of being connected to a power inside of yourself that is just
I sense
just
a sort
awakening.
of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Well,
I love the
that's
whimsy
everything.
of his
Let's
character
go for
design.
ourselves.
Yeah.
The little top knot of hair just right there in the middle of his head, and it's like, does it just grow that way, or is that a natural choice to like?
He goes to Calliope.
He goes.
and he asks for it every time.
I'm surprised he doesn't have the bun.
Yeah, I love his little pin as well. It's such a good pin with the O and the wand through it. Just, those details are just lovely. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
Cat.
do it.
Cat.
Don't do it.
Cat.
Alright, one more.
All right.
One more.
Oh.
God. Oh, no.
Busy petting a cat here.
We are live.
stream.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're wrapping it up in Hogsmeade here. We're at a point where we can conclude our trip, right? We're just gonna talk to Sebastian, go right back to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
We should be fine.
All good. So.
I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
I love this. There's that moment of like, oh, phew, I don't have to deal with it. The other one goes running off down the street, and then no, there's two trolls. I also like the little detail of the fireworks going off behind him when he shows up too.
So terrifying to see him, the first one running over that hill.
Challenge showing off our dog. So this is the first moment when you're introduced to a couple of concepts. The first one is dodging, and then the second one is your magic awakening with your new wand to start unveiling new abilities like the ancient magic throw. So that's what the R1 button is at the back there. Like that.
We have the audio off for us in here, so we can't hear it, but I can hear the sounds coming out of Andrew's controller. There's the DualSense audios kind of coming through.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And sort of going back, this is one of the first, I think, sort of tests of combat with the dog player.
Yeah, besides the intro, this is really the first time you get into like, you're just throwing a troll.
Yeah,
yeah, you guys want to try this out?
We did.
You got Rapero and Momo, and I mean, really, not a lot of your spells are going to work against this guy at this point. You want to get more powerful.
And this is the first time our power awakens.
Sort of opens up that mystery of,
What just happened?
Where did this power come from?
And I do believe that finisher that we just saw was modeled
second
after
troll.
a moment
Did you
between
two take on a fully
Weasley
grown troll?
and Molly
By
Weasley and
yourselves?
Bellatrix.
I suppose so. It's all a bit
Because
of a blur, to be honest.
as much as that's integrated in our story, that's not something that we
We
sort
are.
of solely
And we
came
were
up with
glad to
ourselves.
help.
They're
I'd say
an
help is
ancient
a bit
magic
of an
idea that has
understatement.
weaved through the world for some
Nerve
time.
like
Yeah,
that.
fans
The
have
makings
heard
an
of
aurora, if you
that
ask me.
word
If
or
you
those words
are
ancient
unharmed,
magic before, and
perhaps the
we
two of you wouldn't
we just had a lot
mind
of questions
helping
about
put
it, so
a few
it was
things
a theme
back
that
to
we
where
wanted
they
to
were.
really
be able to
course.
explore. And
Singer.
I think just
Officer
like
Singer.
heroes and other
And thank
stories, they all have kind
Again.
of like something special about them, something unique. That's just the one we thought would be interesting to go with our character.
Yeah.
All right. So while Andrew is cleaning up the mess that he
This always feels so unfair.
unintentionally made,
It's like Seb's like, let me go talk to him. Good luck with that mess.
All right. I'll do all the
you're the
heavy
one
lifting.
cleaning up, rebuilding an entire building. Like,
Yeah, it makes you question why there's any problems at all in the Wizarding World. You can just win. Oh,
All right, so I think we may try and see if we have some final questions that have come in while he's trying to put Hogsmeade back together again, right? I also want to make sure that everybody remembers Friday morning we are doing another launch day live stream. It's going to be a special live stream, special guests, special. Who will be here Friday?
I don't know.
Well, Alan will be here Friday. That's one of our specialists. Always
I don't
the
count a
special
specialist.
all right, one question we have coming in, this one's for Mackenzie, is do harvestables respawn, or forageables, I guess, in the world, do they respawn? It's a good question.
They do respawn. And actually, this is more of a Steven question.
Oh.
So apologies.
There we
Yeah.
go.
They do respond, but as for a balanced economy, we obviously don't want the player to be constantly, so they'll respawn in their own time. But I wouldn't. I don't think I would rely on it. I wouldn't. I think we've always wanted to prompt going and finding new spaces. So I don't think you'll be able to get away by just remembering one place to get something and it's just back there because I wouldn't rely on it.
You can also purchase them at Pippin's Potions as well.
That is also true.
Cool. All right, and so I just want to remind everybody that our Merlin's Cloak drop, which we're wearing here, it's a great little drop, is going to be available again on Friday. I'm also trying to delay it, so anybody who hasn't quite gotten their drop yet, if you still need a couple more minutes, get your Merlin's Cloak, because there it is. But it will be available again Friday. Any progress that you made on it today, if you come back and watch the stream Friday too, it will show up there. And then general drops are up across the board. If you watch any Hogwarts Legacy live streams, you will get the other 4 items as well. Good. So let's see if we have any other questions here, or if we are just gonna wrap it up. Not seeing any additional questions coming in.
Zen, the little one's not gonna pass the fuck out. That's all I'm saying.
So yeah, we're just gonna wrap things up, but we'll be back Friday again, 8 a.m.
He's running around with
for that special stream.
He's running around with Woody from Toy Story.
They can buy the deluxe or digital deluxe edition
and
right
losing
now
his
to have access to
ever-loving
the
mind.
game.
He's never been
PC
this
players
tired.
should have access very shortly for our early
10:30,
access.
10:45.
Launch happens on Friday
That's
alongside
nap
our big stream, or before the big stream that we're doing Friday to celebrate that launch.
It's fun.
Right now, he's just running.
Thank you all so
And I'm
much
surprised you can hear
for
him.
taking time out of your days and your celebrations to come celebrate with me, come celebrate with us. Thank you, Andrew, for sitting in on the
It's
show.
exciting. Excited for everyone to play it. Excited
You
for
did
everyone
not
to see it.
see
Excited to
me
kind of be here
picking
with
those.
everybody.
There's literally no one I want to play with the game more than the fans.
Thank you. I appreciate
Go
it.
back and watch some people playing on Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's 2.
All right, well, we're going to head off
giving
and
us
do that right now. So I guess we're
more
just
than
gonna
our
tell
fair
everybody
share of
bye.
anything.
Bye, this one. Which camera?
But fucking 17 minutes? Jesus. Really? Been gone for most of this, but I just said, see ya. All right, let's see what I can pull up for now. Oh, hey, you guys want to watch me live? Hogwarts Legacy becomes super rich early on by Jor.
I will tell you how to get a ton of money in Hogwarts Legacy in around 10 minutes of playtime, and you can already do this tactic very early on. Maybe you already noticed that there's a ton to buy in the game, but that it's pretty hard to get a lot of coins. Well, I'm only 5 hours in on this save and got 12,000 gold, which is a ton. So I want to tell you how I got that. Of course, a like on the video would really help me out. Subscribe for way more spoiler-free Hogwarts Legacy content. And let's go. It's all about the disillusionment chest that you've maybe already spotted in Hogwarts or Hogsmeade. You can open these by making yourself invisible with the disillusionment charm that you unlock from a very early main mission, so you cannot miss it. So this shortly after your first
All right,
visit
you know
to
what? I
Hogsmeade.
don't even care.
So
I don't care. Let's go begin. The play button's there. That's all I'm saying. The play button is there. $15. Oh my god! And I'm gonna go on a limb. Hear me out. I'm gonna go on a limb and say the moment I'm able to play, Mrs. A.O. Rob, or Tits McGee as we call her. Is going to ask me to go to the store. Hands down. There's no shot she doesn't. Well, one, let me preface this with both her and Zen, the 2-year-old, sick. Of course, on his birthday, sick. Wait, what? Tune in. Oh my god. Overlays for your stream. All right. So this whole theme, by the way, is Streamlabs OBS. I'm doing it just because it's Hogwarts. And I'll probably switch it back later. You'd probably actually recognize the starting scene, which is the goblet. See? Let me go make sure there's nothing needed. I probably should just get delivery, but we'll see. Yeah? Oh, you wanted me to sit down. Game drops in 10 minutes. Are you okay? Did I hit your leg? You okay? That kind of delicious. Head on. Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes drops for PC. Unless you're very famous and Avalanche loves you, then you already got it. That's why all the streamers are playing it right now. Yes, sir. Yeah? He took his hat off. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah? Okay. You gonna put his hat on, like, for real? Like, not for... Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, there you go. Nice and strong. Yeah? Oh boy. 8 minutes. Losing my ever-loving fucking mind. I will be right back. Yeah? Pussy trip. Oh.